Hi, everyone. Welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah,
I'm excited about this one
me too.
because we're going to be talking about AI.
Yeah.
It's such a hot topic right now.
Huge.
Um, and especially how it's starting to change, like retail and shopping and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're also going to be looking at the USPL,
All right.
the Cricket League.
I love it.
And we're going to be looking at the rules and regs for the 2024 season.
Cool.
So-
Sounds like an interesting combo.
Yeah, like who would have thought that like
Oh.
AI shopping and the USPL Cricket League would have anything as common?
Yeah, what could those two possibly have in
Uh,
common? But I think we're going to find some really interesting connections.
Okay, I'm excited to see what you've got.
So first up, let's talk about this article
Oh,
on
yeah.
AI shopping.
Yeah.
The author actually got to try out
Wow.
a virtual store
Oh, cool.
with like a VR headset and everything.
Awesome.
And they were like blown away.
Really?
Like they said it was incredible. I mean, it's got to be pretty wild.
Yeah. So like imagine putting on that headset
Okay.
and all of a sudden you're like surrounded by racks of clothes. Like you can pick up items, you can examine them,
That's so cool.
all without leaving your house.
Wow.
Like how amazing is that?
Yeah, I mean, it really is like blurring the lines between like the physical world and the
Okay.
digital.
Yeah, it's like you're right there in the store, but you're not.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is how they're using AI to make those experiences
Yeah.
even more personal. Like, know,
yeah.
like imagine if you were looking at a Chicago Patriots jersey.
Okay.
The AI could then recommend, other sports apparel,
Like,
maybe even tickets
wow.
to the next game,
That's so cool.
all based on you looking at that one
Yeah,
jersey.
like it's learning your preferences and stuff.
Totally. Like the algorithms, they take all your past purchases, what you've browsed online,
Wow.
and even your location to figure out what you might be into.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's like having a personal stylist
Right.
and a shopping assistant all in one.
That's a great way to put it.
Thanks.
And then they were talking about these AI-powered fitting rooms.
Really?
Yeah, so you can try on clothes virtually
Oh, wow.
and see how they would look
Okay.
on your avatar.
That's so cool.
Like no more waiting in line at the mall.
no more awkward, like,
Right.
tiny fitting rooms.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And it just makes the whole experience so much more convenient.
Yeah, it's all about convenience
Yeah.
and making everything seamless for the customer.
And you know what? I think that's going to like totally change how people shop.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if you can get that level of personalization and convenience online,
Mm-hmm.
then physical stores are going to have to like step up their game.
Totally. They're going to have to offer that same kind of experience.
Right.
Or people are just going to stay home.
Exactly. So it's like pushing the boundaries,
Yeah.
the whole retail landscape.
Big time.
Oh, and before we move on to the USPL, there was one thing I wanted to ask you about
Okay.
in this article.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of ads for like Chicago Patriots merchandise.
Okay.
Do you think those were targeted to me?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
These AI systems are designed to learn
Uh-huh.
and adapt to what users like.
Right.
So it wouldn't be surprising if they were showing you ads
Yeah.
based on your location or your browsing history.
It's kind of wild to think about,
Yeah, it is a little bit.
like how much they can personalize
Right.
everything.
It makes you think about
Yeah.
how they're using all that data.
Yeah, forget.
It's pretty powerful stuff.
Okay, well, let's switch gears now and talk about the USPL.
All right. Bring on the cricket.
Yeah. So I've been looking through this document
Yeah.
with all the rules and regulations,
Uh-huh.
and the first thing that struck me is just how organized everything is.
Interesting.
Like they've got rules for everything.
For real.
Yeah, from like the salary cap to like the different categories of
Right.
players.
So they're really serious.
Oh yeah, like super structured.
Okay.
And I noticed that they're really emphasizing like US local talent.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like homegrown players.
Yeah, like they require each team to have at least 2 players
Oh.
who are under 21
Mm.
on their roster.
Wow.
And those players actually have to play
Okay.
in at least 2 games.
So it's not just like they're on the team.
Yeah.
They got to actually play.
Yeah, so it's like they're really trying to
Develop the young players.
create a pathway for
Yeah.
them.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really cool approach, I think.
It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Build that local fan base.
Right.
Get people excited.
Exactly. Like if you see local talent rising through the ranks, you're more likely to like follow the league and stuff.
Totally. It creates that connection.
Yeah.
That hometown pride.
Exactly. All right. So then there's this whole auction process.
Oh, yeah, the auction.
Where teams bid on players.
It's like a fantasy draft.
Yeah, kind of.
But with real money.
Yeah. And they've got a limited budget to work with.
Right, because of the salary cap.
Yeah, so it sounds pretty intense.
Oh, I bet it is.
Like high stakes.
Yeah, definitely.
And the document says that the auction is like a closed door event.
Wow.
Which makes it even more like...
Mysterious.
Yeah, mysterious.
Like, what's going on in there?
Right. Like, what kind of strategies are they cooking up?
I know. I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Me too.
Yeah.
So they've got all these different player categories.
Okay.
With, like, different salary ranges.
That makes sense.
So it's like another layer of strategy.
Right.
You know, they have to decide, like,
right.
Do we go for a big-name player?
Right.
Or do we try to snag a bunch of up-and-comers?
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Yeah, it's like a balancing act.
Totally.
So they've got, like, icon players, A+ category players, A category players, B category, and C category.
So like a whole range of talent and experience.
Exactly.
That's cool.
And they only have until October 10th.
Oh, wow. So soon.
Yeah, to finalize their rosters.
Okay.
And submit the player contracts.
To the USPL.
Got it.
And then the league games start
right.
November 22nd.
Okay, so they don't have a lot of time.
No, they got to like get their teams together.
Right, and get ready to play.
Yeah, that's a tight timeline.
Yeah, they're going to be busy.
Especially since they have the league games, the semifinals, and the finals all leading up to...
the championship?
Yeah, the championship game.
Yeah.
On December 1st.
Oh, wow. That's going to be exciting.
I know.
Mark your calendars, everyone.
For sure.
December 1st.
It's going to be a big one.
Can't wait.
You know how cricket can be?
What do you mean?
Well, like the weather.
Oh, right.
It can be a factor.
Yeah, rain delays and stuff. Yeah. So the USPL actually has built-in reserve days.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case of rain.
They're thinking ahead.
Right.
I like it.
Like they're trying to make sure the season runs smoothly.
Yeah.
Rain or shine.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, it shows they're prepared.
Definitely.
So we've talked about AI revolutionizing shopping.
Yeah.
And this really structured cricket league. It might seem like we're comparing...
totally different things.
Yeah, like apples and oranges.
But I have a feeling you're going to find a connection.
I think we might.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's see.
Let's do it.
If we can find any, like, unexpected links.
Okay.
Between these two worlds.
All right, let's go.
So what do you think? Any ideas?
You know what? I think there is a connection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's all about data.
Data?
Data.
Okay, tell me more.
All right, well, we've been talking about how AI uses data to personalize those shopping experiences.
Yeah, like it analyzes what you like, tracks your purchases.
Tracks what you look at online.
Yeah.
Even factors in where you are.
Yeah, it's all about understanding the shopper.
Right, and anticipating what they might want.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
And guess what?
What?
The USPL uses data too.
Really?
Oh, yeah, in a big way.
Like how?
Well, think about player scouting.
Okay.
They're using data to analyze player performance. Identify new talent.
Oh, wow.
And even try to predict.
So it's kind of like AI, but with human analysts?
Exactly.
Wow.
They're using data to build the best teams.
That's pretty cool.
And it goes even deeper than just picking players.
Oh, really?
Teams are using data to come up with game plans.
Wow.
Analyze their opponents.
Okay.
And even make adjustments.
During the game?
Yep, based on what's happening.
Yeah, that's next level.
It's all about strategy.
Yeah.
And using information to get an edge.
So whether it's AI in retail or data in sports, it's all about leveraging information.
I love it.
I know, right? It's so cool. So cool.
So for people who are interested in retail or cricket, like understanding these trends is...
well, super important.
Yeah.
Like if you're passionate about the future of shopping,
yeah,
you got to know how AI is changing things.
And if you're a cricket fan, understanding how data is being used in the USPL can give you a whole new perspective.
Totally. It's like unlocking a secret level.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the game.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I have one final thought-provoking question.
Hit me with it.
Okay, so we've talked about data in the USPL, but what about AI?
Ooh, interesting.
Like, could we actually see AI being used directly in the league?
I mean, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Right.
Like, imagine AI-powered scouting tools that can analyze, like, thousands of hours of footage to find hidden talent.
That's amazing.
Right?
Like players that human scouts might miss.
Exactly. AI could spot those diamonds in the rough.
Or what about AI algorithms that can predict how players are going to perform?
Yeah.
That would be huge for teams during those auctions.
Right. Like, it could help them make those tough decisions.
Totally.
And what about using AI to, like, enhance the fan experience?
Now you're talking.
Like, imagine personalized content recommendations.
Yeah.
Virtual reality experiences.
Oh, my God.
Even AI-powered chatbots.
That could answer fans' questions in real time.
That would be so good.
That would take the whole fan experience
to a whole new level.
Totally. It's like the future of fandom.
It's not just science fiction anymore.
Nope. It's becoming reality.
And the USPL seems like the perfect place to try out these new technologies.
We're all about innovation.
Yeah, and growth.
Totally.
It's going to be exciting to see what they do.
I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me too.
For the USPL and for AI.
Yeah. This is just the beginning.
It's going to be a wild ride.
For sure.
Buckle up, everyone.
All right. Well, that's it for this part of our deep dive.
Cool.
We'll be back soon.
Can't wait.
To explore even more of this fascinating world.
Sounds good to me.
Of AI and cricket.
All right. See you soon. It's going to be awesome.
All right. So speaking of the USPL,
we
were just talking about the schedule.
Right.
And it's pretty packed.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be intense.
Yeah. They've got all those league games leading up to the semifinals.
Yeah.
And then the final.
It's all going to culminate in that championship game.
I know. I can't wait.
Me too.
December 1st.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Mark your calendars, everyone.
For sure.
So, okay. We've talked about AI shopping.
Yeah.
We've talked about this super structured cricket league. And, you know, it might seem like we're comparing
apples and oranges.
Yeah, totally different things.
Right.
But I'm curious, like, are there any connections? Any unexpected links?
Between these two worlds?
Yeah, what do you think?
You know what? I think there is a connection.
Really?
Yeah, it all comes down to data.
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 Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
All right, so we were talking about how AI uses data to personalize those shopping experiences.
Yeah, like it analyzes what you like.
Exactly.
Cracks your purchases.
Even factors in where you are.
Yeah, it's all about understanding the shopper.
Right, and trying to predict what they might want next.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
And the USPL uses data too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In a big way.
Like how?
Well, think about player scouting.
Okay.
They use data to analyze player performance, to identify new talent.
Oh, wow.
And even try to predict future success.
So it's kind of like AI, but with human analysts.
Exactly. They're using data to build the best teams.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it goes even deeper than just picking players.
Oh, really?
Teams are using data to come up with game plans.
Wow.
To analyze their opponents.
Okay.
And even to make adjustments during the game.
Wow, that's next level.
It's all about strategy.
Yeah.
And using information to get an edge.
So whether it's AI in retail or data in sports, it's all about leveraging information.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
How data is changing the game.
Yeah, in so many different ways.
To different fields.
And for people who are interested in retail or cricket, like understanding these trends is
crucial.
Yeah, like if you're passionate about the future of shopping, you got to know how AI is changing things. And if you're a cricket fan, understanding how data is being used in the USPL can give you a whole new perspective.
Totally. It's like unlocking a secret level of the game.
Okay, so before we wrap up,
I
have one final thought-provoking question.
Give me with it.
Okay, so we've talked about data in the USPL, but what about AI?
Ooh, interesting.
Like, could we actually see AI being used directly in the league?
I mean, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Right.
Like, imagine AI-powered scouting tools.
Okay.
That can analyze thousands of hours of footage to find hidden talent.
That's amazing. Like players that human scouts might miss.
Exactly. AI could spot those diamonds in the rough.
Wow.
Or what about AI algorithms that can predict how players are going to perform?
Yeah.
That would be huge for teams during those auctions.
Right. Like it could help them make those tough decisions.
Oh, totally.
And what about using AI to like...
To what?
Enhance the fan experience.
Now you're talking...
Like imagine personalized content recommendations.
Yeah.
Virtual reality experiences.
Oh my God.
Even AI-powered chatbots.
that could answer fans' questions.
Yeah.
In real time.
That would be so cool.
That would take the whole fan experience
to a whole new level.
Totally. It's like the future of fandom.
It's not just science fiction anymore.
Nope. It's becoming reality.
And the USPL seems like the perfect place to try out these new technologies.
They're all about innovation.
Yeah, and growth. It's going to be exciting to see what they do.
I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me too.
For the USPL and for AI.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
It's going to be a wild ride.
For sure.
Buckle up, everyone. Yeah, it really is like the future is now.
Yeah. So much potential.
So much.
I hope our listeners are as excited as we are.
I hope so.
About all this.
I mean, it's a really exciting time.
It is.
To be following all these advancements.
Yeah, like AI, cricket, everything.
It's all changing so fast.
It is. So before we wrap up this deep dive,
okay,
I have one last thought I want to leave everyone with.
Okay, shoot.
We've talked about all these big trends, AI and retail, data and the USPL,
right,
the future of sports, all that.
Yeah.
But I want you to think about how this stuff might affect you, like, in your own life.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, like, how do you see these trends playing out?
Yeah.
For you personally.
It's definitely something to think about.
It is, because whether you're like a tech enthusiast or a sports fan, or just someone who's curious about the world,
right,
these advancements are going to touch all our lives.
In some way, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that we're not just like passive observers.
Oh, I agree.
In all of this. Like, we have the power to shape the future.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can embrace the positive side of these changes.
And use them to make things better.
I love that.
Right. It's not about being afraid. It's about being informed, engaged.
And adaptable.
Yeah, exactly. So to all our amazing listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you learned something new.
I hope so.
Got some fresh insights.
Yeah.
Maybe even spark some ideas of your own.
That's what it's all about.
So keep exploring.
Keep learning.
Keep asking questions.
Pushing the boundaries.
And until next time.
Yeah.
Keep diving deep.
See you then.